Guys, in this video I would like to show you how to work in creases to give your project a rectangular shape, to create a shawl, for example. To begin with, you would need to cast on 3 stitches. So in my case, because I'm working with a thinner yarn and I want to have like looser loops to work with, I'm going to use 2 needles. So I join them like that, and I cast on 3 stitches. 1, 2, that's going to be my edge stitches, and 1 more, 3. I remove 1 needle, and now I turn work, and I need to knit first my first orientational row. So I'm on the wrong side. Now I take this edge stitch without knitting it, and because my shawl here was completed using the gardener stitch, all my stitches will be knit stitches. So I knit 2 stitches and knit stitches, and then I turn work, and now I have to start working in creases. So the shape, the rectangular shape, is going to be like that of a finished project. But because our starting point is here and we are going to make to work in creases on one side only, and in every second row only this side is going to grow. This side is going to remain steady and the same. But so at the end, when we're finished, we're gonna have a rectangular shape. So we're gonna wear our piece just like that. So it's going to be the front, and these are going to be the sides. Okay, so I am about to finish my to start my first row. It is very important to keep your working yarn behind the left needle, because it will give you a nice defined ribbed edge. So it is very important to do that, because we are going to start making creases here. So we're gonna start it with the edge stitch, and we are going to increase stitches from the edge stitch only. So make sure that you keep your edge stitch in place by holding it with one finger and tightening it, the yarn with the other, because if you will overstretch this stitch, you're gonna end up with one side of your shawl being longer than the other. So insert your needle into the edge stitch and make a stitch. Through the front you insert it first. Leaving the stitch still on the left needle, insert again your needle through the back loop like that of the same stitch, and knit another stitch, and that's your increase. Now knit the rest of the stitches as knit stitches and turn work. We keep the yarn behind the left needle, and the second row we simply knit without making any increases. We turn work. The third row we're gonna knit just like the first one, where we're gonna work in creases. So edge stitch, I grab it through the front, knit the first stitch, and grab it through the back again and knit the second stitch, and continue to knit until the end of this row. Turn work. That's my fourth row, and I'm gonna complete it just like the second row without working any increases. I transfer the edge stitch without knitting it onto the right needle and knit the rest of the stitches to the end. turn work. This is the row where I work increases. Yarn behind the needle, I enter it through the front, make a stitch, and then again through the back of the same loop, make another stitch. And I repeat the same steps again. This one I transfer without knitting. The rest of the stitches are simply knit stitches. I turn work and I create an increase by knitting the first stitch and knitting the second stitch through the back loop. And continue like that for the entire length of your shawl. If you prefer to create it like in two colors, just like here, you will have to continue with one color. For example, in this shawl I used almost 2 skeins of this color. This is alpaca, brushed alpaca silk by Drops, and then I joined the second color here. And then I need another, I need half of the stitch of this color. So to join the colors, you will need to be at the end of the row, and you can simply make a loop like that, put it on this. So let's say you finish this yarn and there is a tail here. You're gonna simply put this loop onto the yarn. So in my case, because there is no, this yarn is still attached to the skin, so I'm going to just make a loop like that. Oops, I lost all my stitches. That happens. I tighten it up and I simply now continue to knit with the new color. And then after you're finished, you are going to hide the loose yarn ends in between your stitches here. And after that, once you're finished, you would need to cast off. Just make sure that you close your loops and allow them to be slightly loose, not to end up with a tighter side than this one, okay? Because it's going to be like that. All right? Okay, well, thanks for watching and happy knitting.